Hello, Next Genius Scholars. Thank you so much for checking out another Gettysburg College video. My name is Kate Guy, the Senior Assistant Director of International Admission here, and I'm joined today by Dr. Heather Odell-Dussault, who is one of our amazing faculty members and our #1 most declared major on campus, Business Organizations and Management. So today we're going to dive into what makes the major unique, everything that there is to offer. So yeah, thank you, Heather, for being here.
Thank you for having me. Mhm.
Yes. So our first question for you is how is the program structured? What courses and what classes do students take throughout their 4 years here?
Well, so the major starts out with students taking microeconomics as a prerequisite course to help them kind of prepare for the accounting course that they'll also take usually in their first year here. The accounting class is a mix of both managerial accounting and financial accounting. And then they move into taking a statistics course. Everybody takes that as well as a research methods course that builds off the statistics course. And every major also takes an ethics course. One of the things that is unique about this major in a liberal arts setting is that we do place a lot of emphasis on trying to help develop ethical leaders in businesses and making ethical decisions within organizations. So every student also takes an ethics course. And then in addition to that, we have kind of two different concentrations or focus that students can choose from. For those students that are more interested in management and leadership, we then move them into taking courses on decision making and systems thinking, as well as organization theory. For those students that are more interested into accounting and finance, we then have them taking courses that include marketing management, as well as corporate finance. And then all majors have to take 3 electives, and we have a lot of great electives for them to choose from. Oftentimes, they can take from our major, but we also, in the spirit of liberal arts, we accept some of the courses from other departments to count towards electives, certainly from economics, but we also have courses that have been cross-listed with anthropology, courses with sociology. So a lot of different options for students to have that give them a taste of many different kind of views of studying management and businesses from multiple perspectives. And then every student also takes a capstone course, a seminar in their senior year. That's a Gettysburg College requirement for all majors. And in the management department, again, we have a lot of options because we are such a large major. And each one of us professors in the management department, we all kind of have our own specific focus or interest that we will develop our capstones around. So we have one professor who teaches one on um, irrational behavior in economics. We have another one who teaches one on the gig economy. We have a professor who has developed one on critical management and critical business studies. So a lot of different options for that as well. One other requirement that we have in this major is that all students are able to have what we call our critical action, meaning the critical action learning component. So all students need to have some kind of applied experience outside of the classroom. Usually that's in the form of an internship. It can also be from study abroad. And it could also be from activities on campus, like with the Eisenhower Institute, or perhaps the Center for Public Service, maybe taking an immersion trip over the break between the fall and spring semesters. And so once those students have those kind of experiences outside of the classroom, they then reflect on those from a critical management perspective. So going beyond more traditional ways of evaluating businesses, which are important, like bottom line profits and productivity, to also take into consideration how things like organizations and businesses, how they impact their communities, and social justice issues that organizations can be involved in and responsible for, again, in that kind of spirit of a liberal arts education to develop ethical leaders. So that's our major. And some of the options for that in terms of the courses that all students have to take, but then some autonomy built into the different choices that they have.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And I'm sure you see also a lot of students double major too, as well, since about a half of our student body does double major too. So lots of fun things to be
Yeah.
involved with.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. We have double majors with economics, with mathematical economics, with psychology, with art history. So with the mix, we get them from the humanities, with the social sciences, with natural sciences, health sciences is another one we commonly see.
Fantastic. And you had touched on this a little bit about, different ways you can go about in the major, but are there any concentrations within the field or in the major on campus that students can pursue?
So the concentrations would probably be in that kind of two different tracks that we have in the major for those students that are really interested in leadership and in management in particular. To we kind of funnel them into a particular group of courses that are going to better prepare them for that. And then students that are more interested in management and, or I'm sorry, finance and accounting, then we funnel them into courses that are more focused on that.
Fantastic. Thank you. So a lot of different skills get built into the major. You're doing, quantitative reasoning. You're also doing a lot of writing and research. So what are some skills that students should develop during high school to prepare for this major?
Well, certainly, as you mentioned, the quantitative skills and the writing skills are going to be important, but also skills with creativity, connecting ideas across the various courses. So, the courses that you're taking outside of the department and making the connections there are going to be really important for students and helping them to develop. So, that idea of creativity, innovation, and thinking about ideas kind of outside of the box, those are definitely great skills for students to be able to come with as well to really help kind of broaden some of those opportunities that they can have here.
Thank you. And then my next question is, or what are some of the career opportunities, after pursuing business organizations and management on Gettysburg College's campus? What do you see some of our alumni do?
Well, in terms of opportunities, the major is really wonderful preparing students for a variety of sectors, be it private sector, be it government sector, public sector. What we tend to see kind of over the years I've been here is kind of an ebb and flow of what students are interested in pursuing when they graduate. When I first came here several years ago, there was a lot of interest in human resources. More recently, I've seen more of an interest in students going into marketing after they graduate and advertising. And in particular, the past several years, students going into finance. So we have students that are working at T. Rowe Price. One of my former advisees, he was an international student from Pakistan, and he majored with business organizations and management, but also double majored with economics and also had a data science minor. And he
Oh,
is currently working at Zanetta as a data analyst in New York City. So a lot of different opportunities. I've also seen students go into consulting. One of my former advisees got an offer from one of the big three consulting companies in Boston, but she also got an offer from a small, more kind of boutique consulting company in Los Angeles, and she decided to pursue that job. So a lot of different opportunities for students when they graduate to see what's kind of the best fit for them. And really, those first jobs tend to be great stepping stones for students to determine where they kind of want to move into and further pursue their particular career focus.
thank you. Our alums are up to so many amazing things. So I can't wait
So
to see
much.
what even more of them do in the coming years. So, but yeah, thinking ahead, what are some of the future trends that this major has to offer on campus and maybe in the future of the industry?
So I think that with the big interest that we're seeing in finance, that's one of the things that our department has been working on in collaboration with the economics department to create a finance major. And so that's something that we'll be proposing this year. With two different options for that. There's going to be a BA option for students as well as a BS option, so that students can kind of choose which focus they want, because there's a lot of different careers in finance that umbrella finance encompasses so much. And so being able to really help students kind of hone in on what best prepares them for the different area of finance that they're interested in is something we've been working really hard on. So we're really excited about that future possibility for students coming in the next year. We should be able to have that ready for them.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing and thanking you so much for diving into the business organizations and management major here on Gettysburg College's campus. And thank you for your time. And thank you, Next Genius Scholars, for checking out our video. Definitely reach out if you have any questions and have a wonderful day.